Vlogmas and welcome back to my little Christmas corner of the internet. Today is day 4. It's the 4th of December already. I can't believe how quickly time's going. Can't believe how quickly we're going to get through December. It's just going to march past, isn't it? Today you'll notice I'm in a different location. I'm in my shed in the garden. I've had to wrap up warm today, so I've taken all the Christmas knits off. And today I'm wearing my owl feather sweater. I hope you like it. It's all the way around the back as well. This is the first colour work sweater I ever knit, and it's round the back as well. I don't know whether you can see right round the back. There you go, look. It was a free pattern that was in the Knitter magazine, and shall I stand up and show you? There's not as much room in here as there is in the house. But let's see if we can have a good look at it, shall we? There you go. There we are. All round the back. Round that side. And then around the yoke. Let's move my hair out of the way. Around the yoke. And around that side. Yeah, when I was bigger, it just made me look really big up top on my chest, but I'm really pleased with it now, so I've started wearing it. It needs blocking. It is a little bit baggy up here. As I say, it's the first colour work I ever did, and I didn't do the tension very well when I carried the floats across. I mean, it's all quite neat inside, but yeah, it's a little bit baggy up the top and then a bit tighter down the bottom, but that's me rather than the pattern. Anyway, welcome to you if you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel, and it's lovely to have you here. Welcome if you're a returning viewer, it's lovely to have you back, and I hope you're enjoying all my Vlogmases, and welcome to all my new subscribers and old subscribers. It's lovely to have you here, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do click the like button and the subscribe button to keep up to date with what's going on my channel. And click that little notification bell next to it and click the all option, and then whenever I upload a new video it'll let you know that I've put one up on my channel, up on YouTube. So yeah, so today we are going to do a bit of a knitting podcast, bit of a Vlogmas podcast. If you can hear lots of crackling in the background, I've got my fire on next to me here, my log burner. And it's pumping out an awful lot of heat today because I've put some kindling out the fire. I've been putting these in, and normally I've just used sticks out the garden and it's just been useless, but it's actually pumping out a lot of heat, so I think I'm going to come down here a little bit more often. A lot of water on my roof because we've had a lot of frost, but if you start seeing drips coming down, that's why. It's because the roof's got lots of condensation on it. Anyway, the weather's a little bit cold here today. We're having an easterly wind coming in from Scandinavia, and it's made the air feel very cold. And looking at the weather, we're going to be in for a cold snap now for the next couple of weeks. So that's a good opportunity to wear all my lovely woolies, all my colour work sweaters. And I've decided to cast a new one on. I've decided to put the Garden Gate sweater on hold for a bit because I'm not going to wear it at this time of year. It's more of a lightweight sweater, so I've decided that I'm going to put that on hold for a bit, and I'm going to start a new cast on. I've been wanting to do the Ridari sweater for ages, I think for a couple of years now since I first found it. So I was going to knit another sweater, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll just put a picture in here for you. But I decided not to do that either because I want to do that with my hands spun. Because it's more like a dress, and if I do it with my hand spun I can make it as long as I want. Excuse me, I'm going to have to take this off because I'm cooking. I didn't realise this heater was going to get so hot. So I've got to take my big sweater off. I had a hat and a scarf on when I came in as well, so I've had to take that off. And my boots, I'm just going to have to strip off, I think. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I decided, sorry, COVID brain again. I've decided not to carry on with the Garden Gate sweater, and I've decided to start the Ridari sweater. So I might make that into a cardigan, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm in for the full colour work yoke across here with all the colouring that is in that sweater. I'm not sure I'm up for that yet, but I've got the Lopi already. I bought it at the same time as I bought the wool for my Maya cardigan. So I'm going to knit it in that. So it's going to be blue I should have brought it up with me, shouldn't I? But I had that much to carry up to the shed. It's going to be blue, brown, cream. What's the other colour? There's another colour in it. There's blue, brown, cream. I can't remember the other colour now, sorry. But yeah, I bought a light blue for it, so it's going to be in that. Sorry, I've gone all flushed because this fire's really hot. I don't think I'll be putting any more wood in it, do you? Anyway, as I say, it's more of a knitting podcast today, and we're going to do Vlogmas in with the knitting podcast as well. So I've got a finished object to show you, I've got some natural dyes to show you, I've got a work in progress, I've got a book review, and we've got our advent calendar. So yeah, we've got quite a bit to look at. I still haven't done the reads, but I might do them tomorrow and video me doing it, and then just show you the video footage of it, how it turned out really. Because I've just been doing so many videos lately. I did the spinning wheel one, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that anyone who's looking to buy a spinning wheel got a lot out of that. I enjoyed filming that actually. It was nice to get the wheels out and get them all together and have a proper look at them, because it reminded me of what I can do with the spinning wheels as well. I'll put a link up here for you, but that was the last video that I uploaded. That went up on Saturday night, Sunday morning, so it's there for you if you are looking for a spinning wheel. I've covered the Ashford Kiwi, the Ashford Joy, and the Woolmakers Bliss spinning wheel, because they're the three that I've got. So I did quite a detailed review of them for you and show them how they work, and how you attach all the bobbins and things. I'm sweating here, aren't I? So yeah, so that was that. Right, should we move on with the podcast? I can't think of anything else to share with you. I hope you've been enjoying my Vlogmas videos, but I just thought I wasn't going to come, I was just going to do the spinning wheel, but I thought, you know what, I'm just hanging around in the kitchen, I may as well come and have a chat to you, mightn't I, instead of sitting on my own. So I'm glad I put the fire on now. I know it's a really good fire, I can use my weaving loom in here. So it's just starting to go dark here, it's getting on for about 3:30, 4:45 I think. We're in sort of in December, coming up to the shortest day, so let me sit up a bit. I'm sinking down there, aren't I? Anyway, should we do work in progress first? I undid my tank top and decided to knit it again because it looked awful. I looked like I was auditioning for Princess Leia for Star Wars. Big shoulders and big bulky all over here. It just looked awful. So I've undone it and I've started again. So this is what I'm up to now so far. That's the back. It is a cropped, so it finishes just below my bust line, and I'm just up to the neck on the front. Now I'm not going to do anything with the sleeves at the moment. I'm not going to do any rib or anything like that. I'm just going to do some rib round the neck and see what I think, see what it looks like, because I did 2x2 rib round the arm last time and it just looked awful. It's just out here all over the place, and this is a pattern I'm making up as I go along. I've decided I don't want to use a pattern, I want to make it up as I go along. So I'm using Rico bulky yarn that I've had in stash for about 15 years. I'm on a buying no wool, and I've bought no wool now since August last year, when I bought some wool for making the Woodland Friends. I think it was the sheep cheese or sheepies wool, something like that. So that was the last thing I bought, and I haven't used that yet. I'm going to see about doing some of the Arianagami or whatever it's called, those mini things. I wanted to do a gong, a crochet gong, so I might get round to that. But anyway, going that aside, this is my tank top. Now I am going to do a pattern. Someone has asked me for a pattern and if it would be suitable to be done for a children's size. Now if you use a smaller weight yarn and a smaller needle, this should go down quite happily into a middle child's size tank top. So you could knit the sleeves as up here as much as you wanted to, but mine are quite a long sleeve so that I can wear it like over the top of this when I've got sleeves. So that's this one. So that's my tank top. So I'll have that as a finished object for you for next week, because I wasn't going to do podcasts while I'm doing Vlogmas, but I was thinking, well, do you know, I may as well just do it as part of Vlogmas and just do a slightly longer episode. So, and then we can mix it up and do different things in it as well, can't we? So I could do things like weaving and things like that and show you what I'm working on. And I will show you a few things as we go along through Vlogmas as well. But I wanted to sort of do a format where like we do book reviews and things like that. So the format that I've got at the moment, I will be sticking to. But I will be mixing it up a little bit and showing you different things that I'm working on as well. So that'll keep us happy, won't it? But I want to give you some Christmas present ideas as well, so that you can ask your other half to put their hand in the pocket and maybe buy you a spinning wheel or a weaving loom or something. So at some point, maybe next week, I'll show you the weaving looms that I've got, and we'll have a little look at them, because I've got some works in progress on three of the weaving looms that I've got. So you could then ask your other half to stick their hand in the pocket and buy you a weaving loom. So just a sec.
A little bit in there. Ouchie.
Right, okay. So the next thing I've got for you is a finished object. I've got my crochet scarf that I was working on, this one, and I have finished. So what it is it's an Attic 24 blanket stripe, and I started crocheting it and I got bored. It wasn't a fault of the pattern, I just didn't want to do granny squares, and I just didn't want it to languish in the cupboard. So I found this in my project bag where I'd put it, because you crochet the squares together as you go along. And I looked at it and I thought, it seems such a waste. I don't want to undo it, but it seems a waste for it just to sit there and languish in the project bag. So I thought, what could I do with it? So I had a rummage in my odd balls of stash in my acrylic yarns, and I thought, I know, I could put a band around it and make it into a scarf and gift it to somebody for Christmas. So that's what's going to happen. So I've done a band around the edge, like that. It's got blue, pink and black, and then the same on the bottom there, blue, pink and black. And it goes all the way around, and all I've done is I've done 2 single crochet rows and then a double crochet row, a triple crochet row, and then I've done single crochet blue, 2 single crochet pink, 1 single crochet blue, and then the same black on the outside, triple crochet and 2 single crochets. So it's turned out really well. I'm really pleased with it. It does need blocking, so I'm going to wash it this week and block it, and then that's a gift for somebody for Christmas. I'm not sure who yet. I'm not sure who's going to be the beneficiary of it, but I'm not going to keep it, because it's too nice and I want to gift it to somebody. I do have somebody in mind, but I'm not sure. I've got a few different people. I might put the names in a hat and see who comes out. But I think it's lovely. I think it's come out really, really well. It's really retro, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So it's over 1 metre long, it's about 2 metres long, something like that, 2 arm lengths. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So that needs blocking, so that's going to get done this week. So that's my finished object for you. So the other thing I was doing in one of my vlogs the other week, I think it was a midweek podcast, because I've started doing midweek podcasts in my ordinary podcast, a podcast on a Sunday and a podcast on a Wednesday or a Thursday. And I'll put a link up here, but in one of them we did some natural dyes in the garage, and we used Rebecca out of the garden and Dyer's Weld out of the garden. Now the Dyer's Weld had finished and the flowers had gone brown, but there were still leaves on them. So what I did was I put the lot in a pan to see what I came up with. And this is the Dyer's Weld colour that we got. Now I'm really loving this colour. It's a really nice colour. It's a lot darker than I thought it would be, but I think that is simply because I just turned that light away slightly and then you can see it properly. I think that is largely because it was old and it was on the wane rather than the new shoots and the new flowers. So I'm really, really pleased with that. So that's that one. So that's going to go into the weaving mini series I'm going to be doing, dyeing mini series I'm going to be doing through February to get us ready for the spring, and then we can go looking for plants in the wild and dye wool in the spring. So one of the books that I did, one of the book reviews that I did last week was a wild dyers book, and that was a really, really good book. So if you're interested in that, I think it was in either the first or the second Vlogmas. I think it was the first one, because I think yesterday we did socks. Can't remember now, you know. I've done socks, I've done the wild dyer, and I've done the crochet. I think it was in the second one. But anyway, there you go. That's Dyer's World. The other colour I did was the Rudbeckia. I know this has been a nice surprise for me. This is like a mushroom colour, and it's turned out beautiful. I really, really love it. In the pot it was really, really dark, and it went like a rich reddy brown, but I really, really like this. I think it's really pretty. It has turned out a slightly two-tone effect, but yeah, it's turned out really nice. So I'm really pleased with them. So those two colours there are going to be going into my weaving kits in the new year when I start updating my shop again. I decided not to update my shop before Christmas because I've just got such a lot going on in my head at the moment. I didn't want to. So these will be going in my weaving kits, ready for to go with the course that we're going to do in February. So that will be them. So they will be available from the end of January. Because what I'm doing is, with the plants, we're going to do 2 plants from the garden, 2 plants from the wild, and 2 things from the house. So I'm going to pick 2 things that I've foraged outdoors. I've put mushrooms to ferment, which we need to check on. So we might do that in one of the Vlogmas episodes to see where that's up to. And I foraged for fir cones, which I've got dried. I've got elderflower leaves off the elderberry bush. What else did I get? I got heather. I've got lots of heather. I've got an unusual plant called, it's the bark off a Chinese silver birch tree, and it has orange bark that's like paper that peels off and falls on the floor. I managed to find some of that, so I put that to dry. So we've got quite a bit we could try. I've got lichen as well. I get lots of lichen around here. It grows quite readily. So I've got a couple of things to choose from there. So we're going to do 2 out of the wild. And then I'm going to do onion skins and avocados for the things that you can get from the house. And I might do spinach because I'm interested to see how that works out. So we've also got daffodils and gorse bush as well from the wild. So I might try one of them because I did a video earlier in the year. Sorry, that was a buzzard flying around. We did a video earlier in the year, and that was just a quick brief foraging in the wild, and I did gorse and I did daffodil flowers, and they're still in the freezer, so I might do one of them. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet, but that's going to be in my mini series in February. In January I'm doing a mini series of drum carding. I'm doing how to spin and how to card different things. So we're doing rolags, which I've already done. I've already shown them on this podcast. We're doing dizzing, taking it off with a diz, and just taking it off as a bat. And then we're going to spin the different ones and see how different they are when they spin up. So that's coming in January. I haven't finished filming that one yet, but I've filmed parts of it. So I need to get a move on really and get that done. So when it's dark in the new year, we've got something nice and sparkly and colourful to look at. And then in February, we've got something nice to think about getting in the garden and getting back outside when the weather warms up a bit. So that'll be nice, won't it? Right, I'm waffling again, aren't I? So that's all to come in the new year. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell. And when those 2 courses go live on my channel, you'll get notified. If you hit the all option of that bell, you'll then get notified when those 2 mini-series get uploaded onto the internet. I finished filming the one for foraging in the wild. I've just got to finish filming the one of finish putting together the one for taking plants out the garden, and I haven't filmed at all the one for the one in the house, so I've still got all that to do, but I've got a few weeks yet to get that done. Right, the next thing we're going to do today is a book review. It's going dark now, so excuse the light changing. I've brought this one today. Let me turn that away a little bit. It's called The Vintage Shetland Project, this book here. Now many of you knitters may have bought this at Shetland Wool Week already, so let me put that in the middle there. You may already have bought this at Shetland Wool Week. That light's getting in the way, isn't it? There we are. As I say, it's going dark here now, so I'm doing my best to chase the light. But it's a lovely book. It's rather expensive. I bought it when she had an offer on, but I think I got it half price earlier in the year for an anniversary of hers or something. But it is an absolutely amazing, amazing book. There is so much in it, it will take you years to read it. It is that good. She has redone vintage patterns from Shetland, and she has done them in vintage yarns that she's produced herself, and she's done the pattern so you can knit it today. So look at that. It's a suffragette outfit. It's by Susan Crawford, not to be confused with the Susan Crawford who does novels, I don't think. But just to be aware, when you type in Susan Crawford, you may get that. I mean, just look at those patterns. Absolutely beautiful. There is a tank top in here that I would like to do, if I can find it. She's done all the charts as well. She's done the colour charts for you, which are really easy to follow. So if you were to scan them with your phone, you could print them out on your computer. I want to do this one. I think that's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But as I say, it's an expensive book full price. It's about £45 or £50 if it's still available. I haven't checked to see if it's still available, but I love it. There's so many things in here that you could knit. I mean, look at that, the rose cardigan. So I'm rediscovering all these books that I've bought over the years that I've just forgotten I've got. But yeah, there's so many beautiful patterns, so many gorgeous, gorgeous patterns. There's even socks. I mean, look at them socks. To you sock knitters out there, I was talking to someone about socks in the comments section before. And I was been saying I'm not a sock knitter, I can't stand knitting socks. And she was like, oh, just try again, just try again. But I found me 52 weeks of socks book, and I'm going to have a look through and see what I can find. So yeah, Susan Crawford book, highly recommend it. If you're not into colour work, there is a few patterns that are just plain. But yeah, it's a gorgeous book. This sits at the side of the bed for me, and I just have a look at it. Pull it out and have a look at it now and again. There you go, the Monroe, that's the one I want to do there. So yeah, Susan Crawford, we're chasing the light, vintage Shetland, and there we are. Yeah, it's just a really, really nice book, and I highly recommend it. You can get it on her website, at Susan Crawford's website. I'm not sure on the thing, but I'll pop it in the links in the description bar below. SusanCrawfordVintage.com. So highly recommend getting that if you can get your hands on it. As I say, it is expensive, but I bought it when she had an offer on, and I had some money left over from Christmas or my birthday. And I thought, do you know what, I've been wanting this book for years. I think it came out about 5 years ago now. What's the date on it? 2018. I've been wanting it since it came out, and I kept putting it off because it was expensive to me. 50 quid to me is a lot of money for a book. And yeah, I just decided, I had some money, the offer was on at the right time, so I bought it. So yeah, so Susan Crawford, highly recommend it. Definitely worth buying as Christmas presents if you can get your other half to dig deep in their pocket and buy it for you. So last but by no means least, we're on to our Christmas Advent, and we've done 3 spins so far. We're up to number 4 today. So this is our number 4. And just take all the other bits that I've added to it to put with it today, because it's a plain colour today. Take your scissors off. Right, this is what we've got today. As you've seen at the beginning of the video, get it open. There we go, there's our colour palette for today. Try not to drop anything. We've got pink, we've got green, we've got locks, we've got bits of fluff, we've got some hand spun, just there. We've got some beads, we've got some bits of yarns there. I've got a lock there that I found on the floor. We've got some other locks here, those. I've got a bit of cord, this one. The colour we've got today is this pink, this beautiful pink with silk. And we're going to pair that with our green. So we've got all this loveliness here to go with the pink and the green. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I've decided, as soon as it's my yarn and I can do what I want, I'm going to put this Frizzies by Serdar in it. I've got this green cord, I've got this pink, I've got a bit of yellow, which is different threads. I'm just going to take a bit off there and put that with it, because I think yellow and pink goes nice. I've got this bit of fluffiness to add a bit of fluff, and a bit of mohair, and I might, for good measure, pop a bit of that in. So we've got a lot going on in this one today, and we've got our bells as well. So there we have it, that's today's spin number 4. So I'm going to go in a minute, and I'm going to get to doing the tea, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to spin the yarn for today and pop that in at the end of the video for you to have a look at. To any of you who don't know what I'm doing, I'm taking a bauble off. I've filled up these baubles with the roving, with this stuff, and I've just randomly taken chunks out, and I've filled the baubles. I put them up on the Christmas tree. We've got a special Christmas tree just for these, for the baubles, with that in. And every day we're going to take off a bauble, and the little extras are in here. This is my little Christmas box of goodies. This is my advent calendar. And in here, instead of having chocolate, these are my little envelopes with all my bits of fluffiness in it. They've all got a number on. There you go, they've all got a number on. And they're all mixed up in there, so I have to have a really good rummage through, like you would on your advent calendar if you've got your little chocolate windows and you have to find the number to get your bit of chocolate out. Well, this is the same, but this is my healthy option, because I've been on a diet and lost 2.5 stone, and I don't want to eat advent calendars and put loads of weight back on. So this is my chocolatey free advent calendar. So that's what we're up to. So that's the reason for the tray. All our fluffiness, and I'm going to set to and spin that this evening and let you have a look at that tomorrow. So I'll put a little bit of a clip in for you and show you what we did yesterday and how that looks, and then we've got a clip of the today's spin for you to have a look at. So yeah, so I think that's everything for today. It's gone dark now and it's just enough light for me to get back down to the house, because it goes really dark here that you can't see your hand in front of your face. So yeah, I need to get going and get back down to the house before it goes pitch black. And I will love you and leave you, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas number 5. So I hope you've been enjoying my videos. If you have, please do like and subscribe. And please do hit the notification bell, and please feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. I love talking to everybody, and I do try to answer everybody if I can. And yeah, I'm having some lovely dialogue, some lovely chats with people in the comments section, and I think I'm making some lovely fluffy friends in the fibre community as well. So if you do want to leave a comment in the comments section, please do feel free. It'll be lovely to talk to you. And it'll be lovely to connect with like-minded people in the fibre community, which I love so much. So yeah, anyway, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas number 5. So happy crafting and have a lovely weekend with whatever you're working on. Bye for now. Bye bye.